You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
But
Go f yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is.
Woo! Elon facing woke companies putting pressure on him to turn Twitter into more of a woke atmosphere. He's getting pretty bold, and I like it. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. Twitter is being attacked. The powers that be, I would dare say the crappy tyrannical powers that be, which isn't true power, but those powers that be, they want to control all the media. They want to have one narrative. They don't want competing media. They don't want independent media. And Twitter is one way where independent media expresses itself much more than all other big tech platforms, because all other big tech platforms have way more in the way of censorship. And we all know, just to remind you, we all know what came out in the Twitter files before Elon bought Twitter. It was taking its marching orders from the federal government on what to censor, who to deplatform. It was very much a political weapon for the left. Then Elon buys Twitter. He's like, hey, we're going to do much more of the whole free speech thing here. This isn't going to be a propaganda for the left where we censor out competing thought so we can have the one true narrative unopposed so that more people believe it. And that threatens the powers that be. So the advertisers have been trying to pressure Elon into changing Twitter into a censorship-rich platform once again, threatening him, saying, hey, we're going to take away all our advertising dollars. We're no longer going to advertise on Twitter unless you comply with our demands. And we saw in the opening clip what Elon has to say about that. And there's going to be a bigger clip of that same interview Elon was doing we're going to look at in just a second. But first, I'd say we need more of this. We certainly do. And here you can see a list of companies that have pulled their ads from Twitter in an attempt to coerce Elon into turning Twitter back into the censorship propaganda arm that helps the truth-based narrative be the only narrative that people have access to. We have Apple, we have Disney. Elon really calls out Disney. Washington Post, Paramount, NBC, Marvel, IBM, Sony Pictures, CBS, The Colbert Show. Remember the vaccine dance? Whoa, that's super important. Comcast, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers, Discovery. So none of this is independent media. It's all corporate media and big corporations, which suspiciously seem to be in lockstep with each other. Now, Elon's words, we need more people, the heads of huge companies, refusing to comply with the tyranny. And in this case, the tyranny is being applied through the threat of, we're going to withdraw our money from you. So we need more heads of big companies looking at these threats and the companies making the threats and saying, go f yourself. Elon's sentiment here is very reminiscent of the also very recent Dana White sentiment that I'm going to show you here.
Imagine, and this happened to me too. This happened to me. I posted a video for Trump, right, on my personal social media. And one of our big sponsors called and said, take that down. You know what I said? Go f yourself. Yeah. You vote for whoever you want to vote for, and I'll vote for whoever I want to vote for. That's how this works. I don't even care who you're voting for. It's none of my fucking business. Well, f you. Yeah.
If anybody tries to control you, control your business, which is tyranny, go f yourself and f you. That is the appropriate response. That is the energy that helps one maintain their energy and freedom. But if you're willing to sell out and you worship money over worshiping principles, then instead of the go f yourself energy, we hear, okay, yeah, I'll comply. Let's take a look at a little bit more of a clip from this interview that Elon was doing. And please note, because this is entertaining, This interview aired live on mainstream television. I believe it was MSNBC. Of course, Elon dropping some F-bombs. That's just kind of comical because it was live TV, so they weren't able to censor it. And I would also say that's great because mainstream media, they're just like, hey, we're only going to do about 100% of our content is going to be supporting the narrative. And Elon, of course, is pushing back against the narrative and companies that propagate the narrative. And I love the fact that that was aired on mainstream TV. So some of the sheeple that just get their point of view from only that, cool, they got an alternative point of view. Let's take a look.
And you're clarifying this now, but there's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
But
Go f yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is.
It is clear, and I love it. And here's something I've learned with cancel culture and the woke mob, the radical leftists that try to tyrannize everybody into compliance. If you fear losing what they could take away, you will be controlled. But if you don't succumb to the fear of losing what they could take away, you remain free. You stay on your principles, and I would dare say you set a positive example. You create more momentum for this beautiful gift in life called freedom. Elon, in this case, he is not fearing what the woke mob, which includes these corporations, Disney, hello. He doesn't fear what they could take away. He doesn't fear losing what they could take away. In this case, it's advertiser money. That is a lesson I think we all need to observe. If you fear losing what they can take away, you're going to be controlled. But if you don't fear losing what they can take away, you, my friend, will remain free.
Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
By the way, shout out to Bob Iger, head of Disney. So, of course, Disney's getting absolutely woke, just ridiculous. We need 50% of our characters and our stories to be LGBTQIA+, or at least non-white. Yeah, that's what Disney's doing. And Disney is one of the companies putting pressure, what Elon is calling blackmailing him into changing Twitter. So I love that very specific, him just calling him out. Bob Iger, how you doing? How's Disney working for you? Oh, you're just dropping value left and right, losing money. Why aren't any of your movies profitable? I don't know, but it's hilarious, and I think I do know.
Well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel. Don't advertise.
How do you think then about the economics of X? If part of the underlying model, at least today, and maybe it needs to shift, maybe the answer is it needs to shift away from advertising. If you believe that this is the one part of your business where you will be beholden to those who have this view, what do you do?
Which that question rephrased is, if you're going to stand on principle rather than selling out and be controlled because you worship money, how's that work? That's what he's actually asking.
Why?
I understand that, but there's a reality too, right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do, it's going to kill the company.
Some would say it's better to die on your feet than live on your knees. And maybe it does kill Twitter, and maybe you, me, standing on our principles in our business and life, maybe that eventually kills us. And maybe it has tremendous upside if it doesn't kill us. If it doesn't kill the company, maybe it makes you stronger than ever.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh, yeah?
They're going to say...
Tell it to Earth.
But they're going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things and that they were inappropriate things and that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
So this goes back to
We'll both make our cases,
right?
And we'll see what the outcome is.
Like how he's pretending he's on a different planet. Well, if that happens, we'll see how Earth responds to that. It's kind of like where you're at.
What are the economics of that for you? I mean, you have enormous resources, so you can actually keep this company going for a very long time. Would you keep it going for a long time if there was no advertising?
I mean, if the company fails because of an advertiser boycott, it will fail because of an advertiser boycott. And that will be what bankrupted the company, and that's what everybody on Earth will know.
What do you think then of the? This goes back to the idea of trust, though.
Then it'll be gone, and it'll be gone because of an advertiser boycott.
But you recognize that some of those people are going to say that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, and I just wonder and ask you.
I don't feel comfortable on the platform because I'm not protected by my own feelings.
Think about that for a second.
Tell it to the judge.
But the judge is going to be.
The judge is the public.
And you think that the public is going to say that Disney is making a mistake?
Yes.
And they're going to boycott Disney?
They already are.
Well, there are some that are for lots of different reasons. But you think that this is going to. This goes to actually the interesting of power and leverage.
Let the chips fall where they may. Let the chips fall where they may.
Can I ask why that is the approach? And I ask it because you've been
What's the other approach? Well,
you've been very particular about the approach to Tesla. When you think about the engineering involved in that, the approach to SpaceX, the approach to some of the stuff you're doing with AI has been very specific, right? There's not a let the chips fall where they may approach to those businesses, I don't think.
No, we focus on making the best products. And Tesla's gotten to where it's gotten with no advertising at all.
I understand that.
Tesla currently sells twice as much in terms of electric vehicles as the rest of electric car makers in the United States combined. Tesla has done more to help the environment than all other companies combined.
Now, I want you to know I'm not necessarily an Elon Musk worshiper. When he does specific actions that I like, oh, cool. I'll voice that. I'll support that. But I'm not one of these like group think like, dude, everything Elon does is good. Like, cool, saving the environment with Tesla. First off, I heavily question the whole climate narrative and how much it needs saving. Do we need saving from the fear-mongering or what's going on with the climate? That's a good question. But, I do love the science of saving the environment with electric cars that run on coal-powered electricity and lithium-ion batteries. So that definitely amuses me.
It would be fair to say that, therefore, as a leader of the company, I've done more for the environment than everyone else, and any single human on Earth.
How do you feel about that? No,
how do I feel about that?
Yeah, no, I'm asking you personally how you feel about that, because we're talking about power and influence
I'm saying what I care about is the reality of goodness, not the perception of it. And what I see all over the place is people who care about looking good while doing evil. F them.
Them indeed. And I think that is what woke is. People who care about appearing to be doing good while they're doing evil. F them. Now, there's just another short clip from another part of this video that is nothing but amusing. The guy interviewing Elon is named Andrew Ross Sorkin. Apparently they're friends, and Elon definitely calls him a very wrong name, and it's amusing. I also wonder, like, Elon's smart. I do wonder, is it a bit of a power play? Just sort of like big dogging someone by you're there to their face calling them the wrong name? Maybe. If I had to bet money, I would guess Elon intentionally did it for those I'm going to big dog you reasons. I don't know, but it's definitely amusing and has nothing to do with anything. So let's take a look.
So I will certainly not pander. And Jonathan, like, the only reason I'm here is because you were a friend. Like, what was my speaking fee?
You're not making any. First of all, I'm Andrew, but
yeah, sorry,
it's okay. Second of all, we've known each other for a very long time.
First of all, I'm Andrew. That's just fun. Yeah, Elon big dogged him. So, with this and the recent clip of Dana White going around that's super viral, I think there is a lesson to be learned here with two guys that have a lot to lose. They have really big stakes in the game. Dana White, the UFC, that's a huge company. Elon with Twitter and all his other stuff. They have a lot to lose, but they're demonstrating principle. When advertisers are trying to get them to go against their principle, to conform to their tyrannical ways, they're both literally saying the same thing. Go f*** yourself. And you can only do that if you are not afraid to lose what can be taken away. And I would dare say that willingness to risk losing what they could take away. It also sets you up for tremendous reward, what you can gain. Our mind plays a trick on us with fear. It fears losing what we already have because we can't measure what we can gain. How do you respond when you see someone bravely standing on principle? Do Do you want to give them your business? I know I do. And I think a lot of people do as well. And I think the majority of people resonate with bravery and principle rather than resonating with cowardness and compliance. So with that said, though there is a risk standing on this kind of principle, I would dare say there's also tremendous upside. With that said, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, thank you for checking this out with me. I'll look forward to seeing you on our next video. But before that, here's a special message for you. Feeling overwhelmed this holiday season? I get it. The demands of November and December, holiday preparations, gift shopping, end-of-year tasks, family get-togethers with blue-haired relatives can all be a relentless source of stress. Well, breathe easy, my friend, because Stress Guardian is here to help. It's the latest breakthrough from Bioptimizers, the geniuses behind Magnesium Breakthrough. This beauty is packed with 14 adaptogenic herbs that help you regulate your stress naturally, which grants you control over your holiday stress. With daily use, Stress Guardian becomes your personal shield against holiday tension, helping you enhance both your physical and mental well-being. There's no debate about it. Stress can be the biggest dagger in the heart of your health, well-being, and the quality of your life. But you can take back control, and instead of just trying to survive life in the holiday season, Stress Guardian helps you thrive. To take back control and get a head start on your holiday stress, visit stressguardian.com/JPReacts, and please use the promo code JPReacts10 to get 10% off your first order. And get this, Bioptimizers offers you a risk-free 365-day money-back guarantee. Nobody else does that, but Bioptimizers is so confident in their products that they're the ones that do. Discover the secret to peace on earth this holiday season with Stress Guardian.